Hello, my name is Brett Cushing. I'm a psychotherapist here at Nystrom Associates, and I'd like to talk to you briefly about post-traumatic stress disorder. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a very real thing, and it's not something that happens only to soldiers. While it does to soldiers, trauma happens to many of us. It's very real, and it's not something that's just in someone's head. In fact, it affects the whole body. A wonderful book that talks about this is The Body Keeps the Score. What we find with trauma is that trauma is stored differently in our memories. Most memories we have are stored in our long-term memory, and we can kind of go to those long-term memories, and just like we would a bookshelf, we pull that memory off and we open it up and we say, oh yeah, I remember the summer of 1985, and we can recall that memory. However, trauma is stored differently for us. It's stored in active memory. It doesn't really make it into long-term memory. So when we are experiencing something that reminds us of that trauma, we call those triggers. That often sparks the emotions that were accompanied with that memory. So because it's an active memory, I'm not just recalling it, I'm re-experiencing it. That's very important for us to remember when we're working with those of us who have experienced trauma, or if we've experienced it ourselves. We can have a tremendous amount of compassion and validation for those who have experienced trauma, because they're still reliving it and their body is still re-experiencing it. When we do that, we can offer a great sense of help and healing to people, just having the sense of compassion and validation for them. And you can also have a lot of hope, knowing that there are places like Nystrom Associates where you can get help to make that transfer of re-experiencing active memory trauma and having it be healed and going into that long-term memory where you don't have to re-experience it. You can recall it and it doesn't have to dominate your life. Hope you can find any help for yourself or somebody else as it relates to getting over and healing from trauma.